Welcome to TK's Geek Room. I'm TK Storm, also known as Justin. Today we are going to talk about the Huntsman pack from Savage Crucible. I got a hold of a kind of stripped down blank slate from Wave 1, and I needed to get some gear for him. I'd been looking for an excuse to buy the Huntsman pack, and so we're going to check it out. I also picked up, while I was placing an order, the replacement feet for Slate, so they don't have that weird hinge in them. And all right, well, let's get all this out, and then we'll come back together and talk about it. All right, we have gotten all of this stuff out of the plastic prison. Well, let's just talk about it here for a little bit before we start our loadout. So again, I'm going to set Slate here to the side. We got a whole pile of good gear here. We have a couple different head sculpts for the lighter skinned Lumerians. We have forearms that kind of change tone. We have shins for we have another set of forearms and another set of shins again that change as you go around. Very cool. I may start looking for some other blank Lumerians to maybe use up some of those pieces. We have a ton of weapons here. We have a nice dagger, some kind of ripclaw. I have no idea what to call that other than deadly. And then a really nasty looking hook sword covered in blood. All three of them very well painted. We have the necklace. And this is where we're going to start talking about some reuse, right? Because the Varnock twins that you can see here in the background, they come with a version of that necklace painted slightly different. He's got a whip to hang off of his belt. And then like a skull mask. That's pretty cool. And then the rest of this stuff. So we got an alt head. This is pretty cool. I think this is the one I'm going to put on Slate. It really looks nice. The rest of this pack is definitely Varnock's reuse. So we got the backpack, which you can see there in the background on Varnock's. We have the loincloth. Again, it's painted different, but it is the same. We have a cool chest overlay. We'll have to figure out how to put that on. That is not reuse from Varnock's. I don't think. It is not. We have some cool wrapped shins. Let me see here. I don't think these are reuse. Might be. They're slightly different. So, maybe they are, maybe they aren't. Whatever. They still look cool. And then we got the wrapped gauntlets. Again, you can see it here on this Varnock's. We have the skull attachment. And then we have some shoulder pads different paint job, but they are also reuse. So got a lot of cool stuff going on here. And then again, I'm gonna open these replacement feet for Slate. We'll definitely be putting those on. And again, they just removed that toe hinge. Good idea, just didn't execute well, I guess. I do have a problem standing him up with those hinged feet. He seems to fall forward, and the tail's not quite long enough to use as a tripod, so just posing him has been a challenge. So I look forward to the replacement feet. All right, well, I'm going to pause. We're going to deck this fella out in his new gear, and we'll be back to talk about it. All right, well, that was not too bad. We lots of pop and swap going on there, but now Slate is a unique figure. You can see I left several pieces off of him because I didn't want to use too much of the reuse from Varnox Unchained Twins, because I want them to be unique on the shelf as well together. But we swapped out the shins, the forearms, the loincloth, added the chest overlay, the necklace, got him his whip and blades, and the new feet. And I gotta say, those replacement feet are way better than the hinged originals. No problem at all standing him at all now. Oh, and we also swapped out the head for the head that came, the Lumerian head that came with the Hunter pack. So, anyway, this was a lot of fun, breaking down Savage Crucible figures to their pieces, and rebuilding them is a little bit more tedious than it is with some other lines. I did use my heat gun quite a bit for safety, but I wouldn't say that it's difficult. I would just say that I think these figures are made better. The pegs on the joints are larger, so you got to get some heat in there to get the female side of the joint warmed up so that you can get the male side in. Yeah, that did not come out quite the way I meant to. Sorry, guys. Whatever. So anyway, lots of fun. So you can see behind there the Varnox twins, separate loadouts, but they'll have everything that they came with on them. And now we got Slate here in the front with some real gear. He's not naked anymore, the way I picked him up. And plenty of extra bits and parts laying around so that I can watch for some other Lumerian bucks online and build those guys out. Anyway, thanks for joining today, guys. Everybody have fun and play with your toys.